What's up, guys? And welcome to Wolf King's Vids. Alright, we got an interesting story for you. Okay. Robert Knight criticized Hillary Clinton's response to the Supreme Court's Hobby Lobby ruling by accusing her of wanting to instill in America a quasi-religious culture of death which reflects the religious sensibilities of the priests of Baal and the rulers of Sodom and Gomorrah. According to Knight's unhinged column, Clinton is bent on the destruction of marriage and the family, and like President Obama, is a Marxist radical hoping to destroy America. Her liberal friends at some major corporations have been pushing the quasi-religious culture of death since the 1970s. Hapless employees have, by association, aided and abetted Planned Parenthood's abortion agenda as well as homosexual activism, both of which are basically bad to Christian and Jewish faiths. A number of large corporations have been up to their ears selling pornography. The willful embrace of immorality is clearly yada 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 yada, God-given natural law. Mrs. Clinton has no problem with corporate religious inspired activity, providing it reflects the religious sensibilities of Baal or Sodom and Gomorrah, yada yada yada. Basically what I just said. So Hillary Clinton has progressive ideals, therefore she's a worshiper of an ancient idol god slash demon. But let me give you more emphasis on this because I feel like going into history is the best way to understand it. Okay, historically, back when the ancient Israelites were more of a polytheistic people, back uh back when Abraham was a kid growing up, they were fundamentally the same as that of other cultures in the area of Canaan. The supreme god of all creation was El, and under him were the gods of particular domains or tribes, like Moloch, Yahweh, and his wife Asherah, and also Baal, who was the god of rain, and which basically meant, but Baal basically meant like master or lords, and that could basically refer to any particular god in that region. It was only when Abraham came out with the establishment of Judaism and the whole one God thing that polytheism sort of like fell out of practice with that particular tribe. Now there were other rival tribes willing to pick up on the polytheism thing because it was still to a certain degree popular in that. However, there were all through wars and stuff and like re-editing of religious texts. It sort of fell out of practice, the worshiping of like the gods, and especially the thing with Baal, because he was seen as a local deity of the Middle East in that time. But over time, with Jewish Quranic and biblical scripture, it was depicted. Baal was depicted more as like a demon. Jewish scholars have interpreted the title Lord of the Flies as a Hebrew way of calling Baal a pile of dung and comparing Baal's followers to flies. And Christians actually changed the name like Baal to Beelzebub. In later Christian, it's another name for the devil, and in later Christian biblical sources, it is referred to as another name for devil. So it's either like Baal's Baal's the devil, or Baal is an agent of the devil, yada yada yada. It's basically an example of how ancient people can take characters and basically write them out of the story, or make them, or change the story to where they're good to evil or some such nonsense. But that's basically what he's thinking about. That, and also she's down for sexual immorality because of the whole Sodom and Gomorrah thing, which is not an example. So basically, she believes that society is subject to change, and we need to apply our reasoning skills to improve along with society. And because of that, she must be like an ancient idolater, or like following an ancient idol religion. And that's a bunch of nonsense. I mean, this is the way these righties think. It's not because she's a follower of ancient religion. It's because she recognized that this world is dynamic, and as time changes, so too we have to apply our rational thought and our empiricism to actually figuring out how to give people more freedom and equality to improve the society and make it better. So yeah, giving people rights, to live out their lives like the way they want to do in an open secular society, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's only a bad thing to these right wing lunatics because they believe in tradition and authority, and not questioning anything. That's the way they think. They they love talking about being under following their own religious practices and their aspects and stuff like that. Religion has nothing to do with actual freedom and equality for people. That's actually what Clinton is talking about, and these are very secular Enlightenment principles that are rational and logical and are important for us to have in society and instill in people. Yeah, I mean, it's like let me just put this in greater perspective. Christianity, for example, the only reason it spread is because Emperor Constantine made Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire, and you know what I'm talking about. The actual aftermath of that, the Roman Catholic Church, which caused Christianity to spread and evolve and diverge into different sects and what have you. I mean, that's how it actually occurred. But if some other religion actually won the historical lottery, like Mithraism, or Hinduism, or like Dionysus, or whatever ancient belief system you want to work with, we'd probably be following all that during that time, or if we were all in a different region. My point is it's not actually what you think in your imagination or speculate on irrationally, like this nut guy or this night guy, but actually recognizing how the world is subject to change, and as organisms we have to adjust with that environment if we want to survive and make the world better for the successive generations coming down the line. If we if we don't draw if we don't draw a I mean, for me, I love these stories because they allow you to learn. They allow you to actually look back at the past and recognize that through the past that helped develop our present, we actually understand the tools that can help us lead our people into the future, or our country into the future. But with this knowledge, you gotta make sure that there's a thin, sharp line drawn on the floor, because to otherwise is to embrace madness. This is what this guy has done. Me, I'm embracing reason, so I challenge you to do the same. Dare to know. All right, this has been Wolf King. Peace out. If you like this video, you know what to do. Have a good day, bitches. Yeah.